Good morning to all. Today we are going to do chapter 4 quadratic equations, and I'll give an introduction, different methods of solving and all. Then we'll do exercise questions. So this chapter is simple because you have done already polynomial chapter. In that number of questions we have done how to find zeros of a polynomial and all. It is almost the same only. Then some word problems are there. Okay. So what is a quadratic equation? An equation is an algebraic expression with an equal sign. Then if the degree of the equation is 1, it is called linear equation. If the degree is 2, it is called quadratic equation, and degree 3, and then it is called cubic equation, and so on. So linear, quadratic and cubic. So a quadratic equation is an equation in which the degree of the variable is 2. Then standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is a standard form. Then number of roots. Sometimes it is called, we say zeros or we say roots. So number of roots, a quadratic equation, because degree is 2, so it can have maximum 2 zeros, 1 zero or no zeros. So a quadratic equation may have 2 zeros, 1 zero or no zero. So I'll give you examples. Say for example, x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now this is a simple quadratic equation. You can factorize and find the roots. You have to find two numbers. Their sum is 5 and product is 6. So 2 and 3 are the numbers. Directly you can write the answer. So x plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. If the coefficient of square of the variable is 1, we can write the answer factorization directly. You find the numbers, in terms of the numbers write the answer. So now if x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2, or if x plus 3 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 3. So minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots of this quadratic equation. Now if it is in the form, say x square plus 2x plus 1, see, you can do factorization by using the first identity or by splitting the middle term. So when we factorize, we get x plus 1 into x plus 1. So is equal to 0. That is the question. So x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 1. So we say it has two equal roots or one root. Both are same. One root, what is the root? Only minus 1. Now there are cases where there is no solution also. So for example, x square plus 4 is equal to 0. So x square is equal to minus 4. So square of a, you have to find a number. When we find square, we should get minus 4, and there is no such number. So we say it is there is no root for this quadratic equation for the time being. Later there may be. Okay. So now next is a quadratic equation is an equation with degree 2, and a quadratic equation may have 2, 1 or no zeros. Then finding the zeros, we can find there are three methods how to find the roots of a quadratic equation. First one is by factorization, which you have already learned in second chapter. Second one is by completing the squares, which is not in the course now because last year that topic was cut from the syllabus. This year also not 99% it won't be there. Then third one is by using quadratic formula. So First one is by factorization. I told you how to do factorization. Now factorization also there can be two cases. One is the coefficient of square of the variable is 1, then you can write the factorization directly. And if the coefficient of square of the variable is not equal to 1, then by splitting the middle term you have to find out. Say for example 3x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in which the coefficient of square of the variable is not equal to 1. So in this case you cannot find the zeros directly. So what you will do, you will find same splitting the middle term only difference is you have to find two numbers. Their sum is minus 1, that is coefficient of the middle term, just like above case. But product is a into b is equal to 3 into minus 2, which is equal to minus 6. Like this we have to find two numbers. So the numbers are minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 1. Minus 3 into 2 is equal to minus 6. So these are the numbers. Now we'll split 3x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. Then from first two terms 3x is common, 3x into x minus 1 plus last two terms 2 is common, 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So factorization is x minus 1 into, because x minus 1 is common, plus 3x, sorry, not plus, x minus 1 into 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now if x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. If 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2 upon 3. So these are the two zeros. So by factorization we can find the zeros, and this is the method. Then now second one is by, I told you, by completing the squares. Though it is not in the course, we will do one question, so that because the derivation of quadratic formula is also using completing the squares only. Say so let us take one case, 2x square plus 5x plus 3. Say this is minus only, is equal to 0. This we are going to do by completing the squares. Now first step is, see, I want to tell you once again, this part is not there. Completing the squares method is not there in the course. Again I am discussing so that you can understand. And the derivation of quadratic formula also, derivation is not important, but in standard paper it can be there. So I am just telling you. Otherwise also, if the derivation, if you understand, then it will be easy for you to understand the formula also, learn it also. So we have to solve this question, first you have to make the coefficient of square of the variable a perfect square, and it can be done by either dividing it by 2, then the coefficient will become 1, 1 is a perfect square, or you can multiply throughout by 2, then it will become a perfect square. So I am going to multiply throughout by 2. So 4x square minus 10x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now it is a perfect square. Coefficient of square of the variable is a perfect square. Now this 4x square is 2x the whole square minus, now first three terms we are going to write in the form a square, since it is minus, minus a square minus 2ab plus b square. So what I am going to do is minus 2a we have to find b, 2 into a, 2x into, then you have to check. This is the only point where there can be confusion. You have to find out what should be here, so that we get minus 10x. 2ab should be minus 10x. So what should be in the place of what should be b, so that we can get minus 10x. So 5 should come and 2 should go. So I am writing 5 upon 2. See, 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we get minus 10x only. Now again what I am going to do, I am going to add 5 by 2 the whole square and subtract 5 by 2 the whole square, and plus 6 is equal to 0. 6 is already there. So what I did, same only, see this is same as this one, this is same as this one. What I did is I added 5 by 2 the whole square and subtracted 5 by 2 the whole square. So these two will get cancelled and we get the same only. Now if you look at these first three terms, it is in the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. So it is 2x minus 5 by 2 the whole square. I am taking the rest of the terms to the other side. It will become 5 by 2 the whole square minus 6. Again 2x minus 5 by 2 the whole square is equal to, this is 25 upon 4 minus 6 upon 1. This is 2x minus 5 by 2 the whole square is equal to LCM 4, 25 minus 24, that is equal to 1 upon 4. Now I'm removing the square. 2x minus 5 by 2 is equal to already square root of 1 upon 4, that is, or square root of 1 upon 4, which is equal to plus or minus 1 upon 2. So we get 2x minus 5 by 2 is equal to plus or minus 1 upon 2. Now we have to solve only, then we'll get the answer. See once again till here, 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. This polynomial is, the quadratic equation is given and you are asked to solve it by completing the squares. So first we make the coefficient of square of the variable a perfect square by multiplying throughout by 2 or dividing by 2. So I multiplied by 2, then first term is in the form a square 2x the whole square, then minus 2 into first term into this, you have to find out what should be here so that we get minus 10x, that is 5 upon 2, because 2 and 2 will get cancelled and you will get 10x. Then what we'll do, 5 by 2, this whatever number we introduce, we'll add its square and subtract its square. So 5 by 2 the whole square minus 5 by 2 the whole square plus 6 is equal to 0. So we get this one. Now first three terms are in the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. So it is 2x minus 5 by 2 the whole square. I am taking this minus 5 by 2 the whole square to right hand side and 6 to the other side. So it will become minus 6. Then simplify, we get this one. Now I am taking this minus 5 upon 2 to the other side. So 2x is equal to plus or minus 1 upon 2 plus 5 by 2. Let us take first plus. So 2x is equal to, if it is plus 6 by 2, 3, or x is equal to 3 by 2. This is the first one. Now if it is minus, 2x is equal to minus 1 plus 5, 4 by 2, which is equal to 2, or x is equal to 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. So the answers, one answer is 3 by 2. If it is plus, 1 plus 6 upon 2, 3, and if it is minus 1 plus 5, 4 upon 2, and we get 1. So like this we can find the answer. See, this is the second method of finding the roots of a quadratic polynomial. But this method normally we don't use. I told you if specifically if you are asked, but at present it is not in the course. Now the third method is by using quadratic formula. See, the derivation of quadratic formula is not very important, but still I am doing, because later some students may ask how to derive the quadratic formula. Then there can be again we have to go. So especially those who have taken basic and all, they don't need to do standard. Those who have taken standard, they can practice. It can be there, little bit chance is there. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So what we'll do, I'm going to divide throughout by a. I have to make it perfect square. So here in this case I am doing division only. So here a will get cancelled. X square plus b upon ax plus c upon a is equal to 0. Divided throughout by a. Now what I am going to do, I am going to add and subtract. See, x square plus b upon a x plus b upon 2a the whole square minus b upon 2a the whole square plus c upon a. What I did is I am adding b upon 2a and subtracting b upon 2a the whole square. So same thing is added and subtracted. It is because when we see the middle term is coming b upon 2a only, that is why. So I added b upon 2a the whole square minus b upon 2a the whole square. So these two terms will get cancelled and we get the same, this one only, x square plus b upon ax plus c upon a is equal to 0. Now these three terms are in the form a plus b the whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. If you multiply 2 into ab, x, a into b, b upon 2a, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, again b upon ax only we get. So it is in the form a square plus 2ab plus b square. So x plus b upon 2a the whole square is equal to, because these first three terms are in the form a plus b the whole square, rest I am taking to the other side, b upon 2a the whole square minus c upon a. Here it is minus, that will become plus, and plus c upon a will become minus. Now again x plus b upon 2a the whole square is equal to, now I am going to take square, b square upon 4a square minus c upon a. Again x plus b upon 2a the whole square is equal to, I am taking LCM, denominator, common denominator is 4a square, already 4a square, so b square. Now what should be, by what we should multiply a to get 4a square, 4a, so b square minus 4a. Now I am taking, I am removing the square sign, so it will become x plus b upon 2a is equal to, here root sign will come, so square root of b square minus 4a, sorry, c is also there, 4ac upon 4a square is equal to, numerator we cannot do anything, root sign will remain there, b square minus 4ac upon square root of 4a square, square root of 4 is 2 and square root of a is, square root of a square is a, so plus minus, whenever we take square root we have to put plus or minus. So we are getting x plus b upon 2a is equal to plus or minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So if we take this b upon 2a to the other side, that is the answer. So what is, when we take b upon 2a, See, x is equal to, this will become minus b upon 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now 2a is common, so we can write minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the formula for x. So we'll get value of x if we substitute the values of a, b, c, and this is known as quadratic formula. So third method, I told you derivation, I am just telling you. Some students may want to know how to derive the formula. That is why I am saying it's not very important. You can just go through it. Most important is you have to learn the formula. Now last, one more thing. Now in quadratic formula, this b square minus 4ac is also called discriminant, and it is represented by using capital D. In quadratic formula, what is a quadratic formula? X is equal to plus or minus, minus b, I'll write once again, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now this minus b plus or minus square root of d upon 2a also we can write, where d is called, d is b square minus 4ac and it is called discriminant. Now what do you mean by discriminant? Discriminant, it is called discriminant because it decides whether the equation is consistent or not. See, now there are three methods. One is by factorization we can solve, and second one is by completing the squares, which is not in the course. Third one by using the quadratic formula. Now quadratic formula says x is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a, square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, or we can write minus b plus or minus square root of d upon 2a. Now d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is also known as discriminant. It is also known as discriminant, and it is called discriminant because it decides the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. If d is greater than 0, it has two if d is equal to 0, it has two equal roots or one root, and if d less than 0, no root. It is because if d is less than 0 means negative, and square root of a negative number is not defined. Square root of minus 4 or square root of minus 16 we cannot find out. That is why if d is less than 0, no roots. So this d only decides the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. That's why d is given discriminant. Now if last one, if d greater than or equal to 0, the equation is consistent. This is a condition, consistency. Consistent means whether it has a solution or not, maybe one solution or two solution. So it is consistent if it is greater than 0 or equal 0. So together, if d greater than or equal to 0, the equation is consistent. Now you can start trying questions using solving equations by factorization, which you have done already, and then you can use quadratic formula also. Okay. Now we'll discuss the exercise and all in the next class. Okay, thank you. Take care.